All right, guys, Adam Trigger here with another Major League Baseball free pick right here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Good week for the free picks last week. I think we split on Saturday and ended up something like 6-3 for the week on the free pick videos. Really good week for me as well to start September. So we'll try to do it again this week. We've got one game to talk about today. Cashed my 5% max bet in NFL yesterday with the Cleveland Browns. So we're rolling good right now. And actually, WagerTalk has just put up a special 30-day rate, all access for me. It's on the deals tab. It's on my page. It gets you everything. And it's been a very solid run. Last 90 days, number one on the site. I have 3 straight winning months, and we're off to a really good start in September as well. So if you're looking for a discounted rate on 30-day all access, give me a shot. That's up on my page. And also at the bottom of your screen, you'll see that link scrolling. The 7-day special is still there, I believe, for one more day. So check that out. All right, we're going to talk Red Sox Athletics today. Shout out Drew Martin, the degenerate special, the last game on the board, the get out game for Monday. Your choices. There's only 2 of them, and one of them is going to be this game, Red Sox A's. I have a pretty strong opinion here, and I'm going to be making a case for A's plus 1.5. A's plus 1.5 is minus 115. And I think there's some value, and it's going to start with Roman Anthony, or the absence of Roman Anthony. He's been on the IL with an oblique injury. And I truly believe that he is this Red Sox team, I have to downgrade substantially without him in the lineup. If you go back to May, it was probably late May, the Red Sox were like 7 games under 500. Roman Anthony was still down in AAA. And then they had that weekend where I believe they swept the Yankees in the Bronx. And this was already, the fan base was already sort of like becoming impatient, clamoring for him to get the call up. On that Monday, they call him up. And it's almost like the rest is history to this point. The Red Sox have taken off to this point, to that point with Roman Anthony in the lineup. They trade Rafael Devers, and suddenly this team is really good. And a lot of that has to do with Anthony, Alec Bregman coming back, some of the other moves they've made. This is a very good Red Sox team. Now Roman Anthony gets hurt. He's no longer in this lineup. And watching that series against the Diamondbacks over the weekend, and then, of course, the game prior to that against the Guardians, this lineup just doesn't have as much sort of punch as it did at the top of that order with Anthony up there. Now, if you go back to our Total Bases show from this morning, we had a really good conversation about this. Brian Leonard brought up a great point. You talk about like WAR and like wins above replacement being a statistic. Fangraphs does a really good job of like showing you what the team's replacement player is for the player that gets hurt. Typically at the big league level, I don't put much stock into this because most big league teams, it's like the next guy up tends to be pretty good. But in this case, the person, I guess you would say, getting the at-bats in place of Roman Anthony is either going to be Rob Refsnyder, who's not bad, but he's a platoon guy. You don't really see him in the lineup very often against right-handed pitching because his splits are much, much worse against right-handed pitching. So you're probably looking at Nate Eaton. In my opinion, kind of a career minor leaguer, a massive downgrade from Roman Anthony, who's is a generational talent. He'll be a Red Sox for the next decade. They paid him as such. I truly believe that he is the key to their success this year, and now he's not in that lineup anymore. So I have to downgrade the Red Sox for that. And now you talk about, Refsnyder really being able to help out against the left-handed pitching. That's great. But against right-handed pitching, not so much. Much different splits. Not a super effective hitter against right-handed pitching. And what they're going to get tonight is a right-handed pitcher that we don't know a ton about yet, but he's going to be very tough on pretty much anyone right now, at least the first time or two through the order. So listen, Luis Morales, he's 22. He doesn't have a huge sample size at the big league level. And I even agree, like the way his stuff plays, throwing a 4-seamer 55% of the time, really a 2-pitch guy. I guess you could call him a 3-pitch guy, although it's mostly 4-seamer sweeper. He looks to me like more of a reliever, like he's really going to excel in like the closer role or a setup man role. He throws 99, but it's like how long can you throw 99, go 5 or 6 innings? So far, he's been able to do it. He's made 5 starts at the big league level, 6 appearances, 28 and a third. And in that 28 and a third innings, 30 strikeouts, so over a strikeout per inning. His whip is 0.99, and he has an ERA of 1.59. So while you could make the argument, okay, how long can he keep this up, throwing 99 and, sort of only throwing fastballs? It's like, well, no one's really been able to hit it yet. Guys throwing 99 on the black. He mixes in a sweeper. Hitters have struggled with that. And you know who would probably be the best matchup for this type of pitcher? Probably Roman Anthony, left-handed hitter. I think he could handle the Morales velo, and that sweeper's not going to do as much breaking into him. But Roman Anthony's not here tonight, so you're looking at, you're going to get that same type of production from Nate Eaton? Probably not. You're going to put Ref Snyder in the lineup against a right-handed pitcher throwing 99 miles an hour with a sweeper that breaks away from him? Good luck. Probably going 0 for 4. So that to me is concerning for the Red Sox. Now, on the Red Sox, on the flip side here for the Red Sox, yes, you do have Garrett Crochet. He's one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. He also comes off of a poor outing. So I guess like conventional wisdom says that he probably bounces back. How often does he pitch poorly in back-to-back games? But, the the A's are an interesting team because it's a very young lineup. They're free swingers, a lot of really good bat-to-ball type players on this team. Jacob Wilson. Yeah, I know the lefty doesn't help some guys like Nick Kurtz, maybe Tyler Soderstrom, but to the A's credit, they've been much better the last like 60 days or so against left-handed pitching. So, it's a tough one. Crochet likely pitches better than he did last time out, but I'm really a fan of this Luis Morales. And I don't think you can ignore the Red Sox lineup and how much worse it is without Roman Anthony. So I don't know if I'll get to the window with this one, but A's plus 1.5 does make sense. It's going to be my free pick here. I couldn't talk you off of it. Definite value with the A's, or I'll even go one step further. Definite value playing against the Red Sox right now, as long as Roman Anthony is not in that lineup. And I think that same value applies here. So A's plus 1.5. It's in that minus 110 to minus 115 range. That's a good bet for tonight. I'm not sure if it'll make my client card. Maybe it will. I've got a little time to decide. This game doesn't start till 10 Eastern. If you want all of my client plays, I'll definitely have. I am going to have Major League Baseball today. I've got 3 or 4 that I think make sense. So I'll get to the window with at least one of them. Check out that great special that's up on my page. We also have the 7-day access special for another day. Both are great discounted options. And we're rolling right now. I hit every 3-0-1 over the weekend. Back-to-back-to-back winning months. Number 1 the last 30 days. And we're already off to a great start in September. So hop on board. I think I've got a couple more winners in me for you guys. And we'll definitely be playing Major League Baseball today. So check out my page for that. If you like the A's, though, I'm in support of that play. And good luck with all your action tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, total bases right here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Have a great day, everybody.